The headlines screamed of chaos, typhoons, unrest, warnings from friends in Moscow. Every article seemed to paint the Philippines as a place of turmoil, a country on the edge. Friends sent messages, urging caution, their words echoing the anxiety of the news. But I was tired of the grey Russian winter and the world I thought I knew. The cold seemed endless, the days short and colorless, and I longed for something that would shake me awake. I needed something new, so I booked a one-way ticket to Manila, a name that promised mystery. The decision felt impulsive but also necessary, as if I was answering a call I didn't fully understand. As the plane descended, a tapestry of green and turquoise unfolded below. The islands looked like jewels scattered across the sea, and I felt a surge of anticipation for what lay ahead. The humid air at Ninoy Aquino International Airport felt like a gentle embrace. It was thick, fragrant, and alive with possibility, so different from the biting cold I'd left behind. The airport buzzed with life, but not panic, just a steady, unhurried flow. People moved with purpose, but also with a kind of ease, as if they knew how to find joy in the everyday. Stepping outside, I was hit by a symphony of sounds. Jeepneys roaring, horns honking, laughter on street corners. The city's energy was infectious, a living pulse that drew me in. It wasn't chaos, it was community. People gathered in small groups, sharing stories, food, and smiles, weaving a fabric of connection that felt both strong and welcoming. Amidst the beautiful noise, I felt calm, like I'd arrived somewhere truly alive. The city's rhythm was different, but it resonated with something deep inside me. I hailed a taxi, heart pounding with excitement. Every sense was heightened. Every moment felt new and full of promise. The driver smiled in the rearview mirror. "First time in Manila, ma'am?" His voice was warm, instantly putting me at ease. I nodded, my English clumsy, but he just turned on the radio, a soft, melodic song filling the car. The music seemed to bridge the gap between us, making the city feel even more inviting. As we drove, I watched families sharing meals, children playing basketball, and a world nothing like the grim headlines. There was laughter, warmth, and a sense of togetherness that the news had never shown. I saw warmth and light everywhere. The golden hour sun painted the city in hues of hope, and every face I passed seemed to carry a story of resilience. The city was alive in a way I'd never known. Markets bustled, street vendors called out, and the air was thick with the scent of spices and possibility. I realized I wasn't just escaping winter, I was searching for a new way to see the world. Manila was more than a destination, it was an invitation to rediscover wonder. The Manila I found was vibrant, welcoming, and full of unexpected beauty. Every corner revealed something new, something genuine. I felt a sense of belonging, even as a stranger. The kindness of strangers made the unfamiliar feel like home. The headlines had missed the real story. What I found was not fear, but hope, not chaos, but connection. Here, life moved to its own rhythm, and I was ready to follow. The city's heartbeat was contagious, and I wanted to be part of it. My journey had just begun. Manila was no longer just a name on a map. It was a living, breathing world, and I was finally a part of its story. My first days in Manila were a blur of color and sound. I wandered for hours, letting the city guide me. Jeepneys painted in wild colors rumbled past, women shielded themselves with bright umbrellas, and street food glistened in the sun. The heat was heavy, but the afternoon rains brought relief and the scent of wet earth. More than the colors or weather, it was the people who stood out. Smiles everywhere, genuine and open. Shopkeepers greeted me warmly. Strangers nodded in acknowledgement. Human connection felt easy and abundant. I watched families laugh, friends embrace, and strangers help each other. Joy here existed alongside hardship, not in spite of it. I wanted to understand the source of this light. One sweltering afternoon, I ducked into a small coffee shop. The air inside was cool, rich with the scent of coffee and cinnamon. Behind the counter, a young man, Mateo, greeted me with a warm smile. "Americano? Or maybe our local Barako beans?" he asked, his English elegant and precise. I was surprised by his passion for coffee, describing flavors with the care of a sommelier. My stereotypes crumbled. This was not the simple country I'd imagined. I chose Benguet beans, and Mateo prepared my coffee with pride. He asked about my journey, listened intently, and shared his dream of opening a coffee shop to showcase Filipino beans. In that small cafe, I wasn't just a tourist. I was part of a real conversation. Mateo's words bridged the gap between us. I realized connection could transcend language and culture. The world felt smaller and my heart lighter. A simple cup of coffee became the start of something profound. That first visit became a daily ritual, a comforting pause in the middle of Manila's vibrant chaos. Each afternoon I found myself drawn back to the same cozy corner, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingling with the gentle hum of conversation. Mateo greeted me each afternoon, always with a warm smile, and my Bengue coffee ready before I even asked. It felt as if he anticipated my arrival, making me feel like a true regular. Our conversations grew deeper with every visit. He shared stories of Manila's rich history, the meaning behind colorful festivals, and the Filipino concept of seeing yourself in others, a belief that shapes how people treat one another here. "We don't see you as a foreigner," he said one day, his voice sincere. "We see you as a fellow human being, someone to welcome and connect with." Each day, he taught me a new Tagalog word. I taught him Russian in return. Our laughter echoed through the cafe, bridging cultures with every shared phrase. The coffee shop became a sanctuary of friendship, a place where differences faded and understanding blossomed. Mateo introduced me to his cousins, who welcomed me with delicious food, laughter, and stories that made me feel instantly at home. I was no longer an outsider. I was being invited in, embraced by a community that valued connection above all. Through Mateo, I saw the Philippines not as a tourist, but as a friend, discovering hidden corners and local secrets I would have otherwise missed. The warmth I felt was more than politeness. It was a philosophy woven into daily life, a genuine desire to make others feel seen and valued. My world weariness began to melt away, replaced by a sense of belonging I hadn't felt in years. The city opened up, layer by layer, revealing its heart through every shared moment and every welcoming smile. I found joy in every shared story and every cup of coffee, realizing that connection is the true flavor of this place. My heart opened wider with each passing day, grateful for the friendships and memories that would last a lifetime. News of a super typhoon swept through the city, sending a ripple of anxiety through every street and home. The threat was real, and everyone could feel the tension in the air. The sky turned a heavy gray, but people moved with quiet determination, boarding up windows, sharing supplies, and helping neighbors without hesitation. There was a sense of unity in the preparations. I made my way to the coffee shop, expecting it to be closed like everywhere else. But to my surprise, Mateo was there, calmly securing the windows and making sure everything was safe. "Don't worry," he said with a reassuring smile. "We've been through this before. You'll be okay. We always find a way to get through." He insisted I come with him and stay with his family for safety, not taking no for an answer. In their small but welcoming home, I was greeted with open arms and treated as one of their own, despite being a stranger. When the power went out, they lit candles and gathered around the table, sharing steaming bowls of tinola by candlelight, laughter echoing through the room. They told stories of past storms and sang songs together, their voices rising above the howling wind, filling the night with hope and comfort. In that darkness, I realized resilience wasn't about ignoring hardship. It was about facing it together with hope, laughter, and unwavering support. The typhoon raged outside, but inside, there was warmth, peace, and a sense of belonging I hadn't felt in years. The Filipino spirit I saw was stronger than any storm, built on kindness, unity, and the courage to keep going. That night, surrounded by their kindness, I felt truly safe for the first time in a long while, as if I had found a new family. The storm outside eventually passed, and with it, the loneliness within me faded, replaced by gratitude and a newfound sense of hope. After the typhoon, the city came back to life, neighbors clearing debris, strangers helping strangers. Inspired, I wanted to hear more voices. Mateo took me to a university where students debated poetry with passion and insight. They asked about Russian literature, and we bridged cultures through dialogue. Later, in a fishing village, an old fisherman shared stories of the sea, his words full of wisdom and respect for nature. I joined Mateo's family for a birthday celebration, 3 generations singing and sharing food. They asked me to sing a Russian song. I did, shyly, and they sang for me in return. In students, fishermen, and families, I saw the same light: intelligence, dignity, and deep connection. The spirit of the Philippines shone brightest in its people. Every encounter deepened my understanding. I was no longer just observing, I was part of their world. The island's true wealth was its humanity. Determined to connect, I bought a Tagalog phrasebook and practiced nightly. My first attempts were clumsy, but Mateo was patient, correcting me with a smile. The first time I ordered mangoes in Tagalog, the vendor's delighted grin said it all. Even a few words unlocked new connections. Greeting a taxi driver with "Magandang umaga po" led to stories and laughter. Po, a simple word of respect, carried deep meaning. Language became a bridge to the heart of the culture. I was no longer just a visitor. I was a friend and a student. The more I learned, the more I belonged. I was becoming part of the tapestry of Filipino life. My departure came too soon. 3 months had passed, and leaving felt like losing a part of myself. My last morning at the coffee shop was quiet. No grand speeches, just gratitude. Mateo gave me a hand-carved wooden bird. "So you'll remember to fly back," he said. His family hugged me tightly, pressing homemade polvoron into my hands. Tears streamed down my face. They had filled a void I hadn't known existed. The taxi ride to the airport was a journey through memories, familiar streets, familiar faces. Manila was no longer just a place, it was part of me. The city's sounds and laughter were now my own soundtrack. In the departure lounge, I clutched the wooden bird, hoping other travelers had found the same treasure I had. I realized I was leaving family behind, not just friends. The Philippines had changed me forever. Back in Moscow, I was changed. Friends noticed the new light in my eyes. They expected stories of beaches, but I spoke of people: Mateo, his family, the students, the fishermen. The true treasure of the Philippines isn't its beaches, but its people. It's in the genuine smile of a stranger, the wisdom of a fisherman, the resilience after a storm. It's the belief in shared humanity. This treasure can't be bought or photographed. It's carried in the heart. My journey began as an escape, but ended in understanding. The Philippines taught me to see beauty in small moments and value connection above all. I found a second home, a new way of seeing the world. Now, every morning, I remember Manila with gratitude. The headlines still scream chaos, but I know the truth. Behind them are people with boundless spirit. Salamat po.